Yo, what is up, everybody? It's me, Cody, back from Hustle Mode with Cody. Alright, guys, and I am excited to bring you the podcast that is happening today. Alright, and also, if you guys know me from my dad and I's brand, I guess you can call it, Join Daniel and Cody, I'm excited for you to be here. And even if you don't know us, or know me, I should say, from Join Daniel and Cody, then I'm extremely excited that you have found this podcast, Hustle Mode with Cody. All right, and I greatly appreciate that you are taking the time out of your day, or maybe you're actually walking your dog, or maybe taking a hike, or maybe just driving somewhere and you're listening to this. Whatever it may be, I do greatly freaking appreciate that you are taking the time out of your day to listen to this podcast. Alright, guys, with that being said, let's just get straight into this podcast. Yo, what is up, everybody? I'm excited to hop into this podcast, honestly, because my dad and I did a video on this a while ago, and I wrote some notes and I was like, look, I gotta get a podcast out on this, and I'm just gonna tell you, it's shocking what I'm about to tell you guys, and it might really change how you look at life and personal finances and stuff like that. All right, because we're going to be really talking about how 60% of people file for bankruptcy because of this reason. All right, and I just want to really tell you, all right, because it's scary, all right, but I think we can all handle it, all right? So, 2/3 of Americans file personal bankruptcy because of, drum roll please, why do you guys think? All right, before I get into this podcast, why do you guys think a lot of Americans specifically file personal bankruptcy? Tell me in the comment section down below. All right, pause this podcast. I'm not playing. Pause this podcast and go tell me. All right, comment down below. All right, 2/3 of Americans, this is your answer, file personal bankruptcy because of healthcare cost. What? I would have thought credit line and like different things like that. Nope. Most Americans file bankruptcy because of healthcare costs, such as medical bills. All right, and this is what's fucking shocking. Back in 2018, all right, almost 4 complete months ago, Americans had to borrow $88 billion. $88 billion with a big capital B to pay off the medical bills that they have found themselves in. All right, this is scary. The scary part really is, sure, like that's fucking crazy that 2/3 of Americans file personal bankruptcy because of healthcare costs. Yeah, sure, I can avoid that though. All right, I can avoid that because I have insurance. Nope, most of 2/3 had insurance. People had insurance. Are you hearing me? People had insurance while filing for personal bankruptcy. They had insurance when they still had to pay off these massive medical bills and put themselves into debt so far that they had to file personal bankruptcy. This is fucking scary, all right? And this next fact, and for the first part of this is going to be kind of facts, I'm actually really scared as to this next number. Like, it's something that is fucking ridiculous. All right. The U.S. ranks 31st in infant mortality rate. All right. For as high of a industrialized and technologicalized of a consumer society, we're struggling with infant mortality rate. That's just fucking scary. Like, sure, like, finances are scary, not like getting different things happening to you with finances and stuff. But infant mortality rate, that is fucking unacceptable. I can see in these countries that are not as industrialized, not as medically sound and as advanced as us, but as we are now in the fucking world that we are, we have such a high fucking infant mortality rate, and this is scary. This is actually fucking scary. There's no words. All right. Prescription drugs. I laugh out of awkwardness because this is crazy. Prescription drugs make a fourth the leading cause of death. Are you kidding me? Prescription drugs. Like, I could see alcohol. I could see illegal drugs that people use to get high, but not people. Oh my God. This is scary. America truly has a problem. We have a problem with big pharma companies and where we're at in the world in this time, I should say. All right. Big pharma spent annually $30 billion on advertising and marketing. All right. Do you ever see those commercials that talk about, hey, like, I had this disease, and I'm not going to talk about any disease names, all right? I've had this disease, but since I've been taking this prescription, I've improved my life. And I'm not doubting those prescriptions. Of course they could do it. They've been tested to show that they can do it, but it's just the aftermath. The side effects are fucking crazy. It's crazy as to what happens and why they're happening. It's scary. All right. But then they're going through and you see this person that is going through life and they're struggling with that disease. Then all of a sudden, when they get this new prescription and they get it in the correct dosage, their life has changed. And of course it can. It can relieve the pain. It can relieve the whatever, the itchiness. So all those different side effects of diseases. And of course that prescription can alleviate those. But then after they're like, okay, consult your doctor with it. Then they're like, okay, and then they speed up. They said side effects include this, to where you can't even understand them. And guess where it's put at? The end of the ad. Because they have to put it out there, but they're trying to avoid you. And mind you, they're still playing this picture of this happy human, and they're playing with their children and their dog and their gardening. Like, you've seen these fucking commercials. That's big pharma. They spent $30 billion fucking dollars on advertising and marketing. That is scary. And of course, they have to get their drugs out there. I'm not going to lie. Of course, that's just basic fucking business. But what's really scary is that they're not focusing on showing people the side effects of what does happen with these drugs. They're not showing them, look, you may have a wonderful time with what's happening, but you don't see the side effects. And if you talk to a user that uses those drugs for like medical purposes, I'm not saying as recreational and getting high and stuff, but people that use these different prescription drugs, they'll tell you their stories of these side effects, these fucking scary ass stories of what has happened to them, and they still have a shit ton that can happen to them. All right, but they don't see what actually is. I can't explain it, people. It's fucking scary, and it's sad to see people get addicted to these different prescription drugs, all right, and to where they're dependent upon them to function as a human, because their body has adjusted to it to where, yeah, sure, like they don't really have many problems with their disease, and what is happening though is their bodies are still relying on that prescription, so they start to take themselves off of it. Then they feel like absolute shit, so then they go back on it, and then they're like, oh, like I gotta stay on this, and like it people are getting addicted. It's fucking sad. All right? And like I said, I'm not doubting them. They've been tested a fucking lot. Like a lot. But what I am doubting, though, is America doesn't... More is spent on treatment rather than the cure. All right? Big pharma companies do not want to cure you. They want to treat you so that you keep coming back. They want you to become addicted. And to some extent, it's not with the intent of, oh, I want you to become addicted and destroy your life. But they understand. They have to understand the side effects of what's happening, and yet they don't tell people like, hey, look, like this actually can happen to you. It's scary. All right? And people need to realize that more. All right? Because they're not looking at the side effects of their prescriptions. They're just taking them because a doctor has prescribed them. All right? And like I said, I'm not doubting them. I'm not doubting the fucking prescriptions. But what I am scared of is the side effects. That's why personally, before I even started taking CBD, I didn't take much medication at all. I would take a allergy pill that just for the longest time I did take it consistently, but then I was like, nah, I don't want this shit in my system. It didn't make me feel bad or nothing, but I understood that, hey, like it's still going to destroy my liver and kidneys. It may be in a small dosage, but yet it's still ruining them. All right? And I would only take it during like springtime, and then actually soon I didn't take it at all. Like I was like, I don't give a fuck. Like I'll struggle with coughing and sneezing and itchy throat and different things like that, but I don't want this shit in my system. All right, because that's how I was. I understood the side effects, and like I said, it's an allergy pill, so there's not much. There's no side effects that can hurt me after, such as like dizziness, nausea, different things like that. But I understood that it is actually still affecting my body, and I become dependent on it. I become addicted. All right, and not the scary addiction that will ruin my life, but it could lead to a scary addiction that could ruin my life, and it could just lead me being dependent upon it to where if I get off of it, then I struggle harder than if I just stay on it. All right, and that's just what happens. Because here in America, more is spent on treatment rather than the fucking cure. It's sad. It's sad to see people go down because of prescription drugs and these different things. And I'm not trying to be all gloom and doom, I'm trying to raise awareness and overall show you that, look, there is a more natural solution out there. CBD. All right, but what we really want to focus on is you doing your own research, because I can come on here and tell you, oh, this is miracle oil. It will solve every single problem that you have in your life, and which I'm not claiming, but I could be doing that, and you're like, nah, like, of course, like, you may believe me to some extent, but you're like, I'd have to research more. That's what I want you to do. Research CBD. What does it do? CBD benefits, CBD studies, different things like that, and you will see a shit ton of information. Especially recently, they've been coming out with more and more and more studies, because they want to see what's happening. All right, they want to see what happens to the human body when taking this. All right, that's what I wanted to focus on, is you doing your own research. All right, and again, I'm not saying that we can cure, prevent, or treat any disease, but we want you to focus on your own research. And I wanted to come on here and tell you about my own experience a little bit, and really bring up something that you could easily get into. All right? And it's crazy what CBD is, and you may be because CBD comes from cannabis, and more specifically the industrial hemp plant, and some people don't really understand what CBD is, and people think that it's about getting high, like it's going to get you high. No. CBD has absolutely no psychoactive components in it. All right, if you do get full spectrum, there is a tiny, microscopic, like tiny amount of THC in it, because if it's full spectrum, then it's using the entire plant, therefore they have to extract it. But it is not even nowhere close to being able to get you high. Our CBD has 0.3% THC dry weight, meaning that if it's full spectrum, we also have what's called a CBD isolate, which does work wonders as well. All right, and with the full spectrum, it has 0.03% THC dry weight, and marijuana has above 5%. And that's where you get the psychoactive components of marijuana. All right? And like I said, this is not about getting high. It is purely medicinal effects, meaning I'm purely using this to help my CB1 and CB2 receptors rejuvenate, and they've been screaming everyone's body. Every single human on this planet has what's called CB receptors. You have CB1 and CB2. CB1 is your brain and CNS, your central nervous system, so that would be your spine and your spinal cord and all of your different nerves and bones in there. Then you got your CB2, which is more based on your internal organs, your skin, and pretty much everything else, all right? And we're all undernourished in this. Massively fucking undernourished. And if you look this up, you will actually see yourself. Again, I'm promoting research. Check it out. All right? I'm just merely bringing it to you. I am merely showing you what is possible with natural solutions. Right? And again, I'm not talking about marijuana. I'm talking about industrial hemp, CBD. All right? And I just want to let you know that I only promote the highest quality. Our CBD and hemp as a whole, anything that in our company is infused with industrial hemp is third-party tested. All right? And also I'm extremely excited about is we're hemp roundtable certified, and to get that, you have to go through extensive testing to be able to actually get that that label, that stamp. All right, and it's amazing. All right, and like I said, all of our product is third-party tested. And again, I'm stressing, do your own research and truly see what it's done for people. All right, CBD heals from the inside to help you create homeostasis. And within homeostasis, I'm just telling you right now, you want homeostasis in your body because you have what's actually what's called two states of your nervous system. You have sympathetic and parasympathetic. You want sympathetic. You want to be sympathetic in a sympathetic state of nervous system. You do not want to be in a parasympathetic state of nervous system, because within the sympathetic, your first one, the one you want, your body is in homeostasis. And in homeostasis, that literally just means it's balance in your body. All right? Within sympathetic nervous system, you're able to gain that homeostasis, and guess what helps heal that? CBD. It helps you create that environment of reducing certain levels in your body to help regulate your moods and regulate your body as a whole. Okay? You want homeostasis. All right, and I just want to wrap it up with, if you're sick and tired of being sick and tired, then you need to take control of your own life now. You need to do your own research and check out what I'm talking about. Okay? Because that's really the only way that you're going to be able to stop being sick and tired. Okay? Like I said, if you're being sick and tired of being sick and tired, then take control of your fucking life now. Go out, do your own research, and you can see the massive things. All right? And if you're really curious as to like who I'm talking about, who I'm claiming to be the highest fucking quality of CBD products out there, then go ahead and message me. Leave me a comment, or you can reach me on Facebook, Cody Edward Perez. Go ahead and DM me. You can reach me on Instagram. All right, join Daniel_Cody, and just go ahead and send a DM. You can reach us on our Facebook page. All right, join Daniel and Cody on Facebook. On Twitter, join Danny_Cody. All right, you can find us. It's not that hard. And like I said, if you want to know about the highest quality CBD out there and CBD products, hemp-derived CBD products, I want to stress hemp-derived because they do have marijuana-derived. Ours is hemp-derived CBD products, and we have the highest quality out there. And I'm not afraid to say that because I understand what I have in my hands, what I have is an opportunity. All right, not only that, but the business side of this thing is fucking booming. All right, guys, booming. It is taking off, and it's not slowing down. So you better get the fuck on this train now, or you're going to get left behind, and you're going to fucking wish you didn't. All right. That is really all I got for you today. So like I said, if you're curious about who I'm talking about, the highest quality CBD out there, please go ahead and get in contact with me. All right? Get in contact with me. You know what? I'll give you my phone number. 951-330-6811. Send me a text message. All right? Send me a text message with your name saying, hey, I saw you from the podcast, and I wanted to connect with you about CBD. All right? That is honestly all I got for you guys today. So with that being said, I would like everybody out there to have a wonderful day, night, or morning, whatever time zone you guys are in. And I will be seeing you guys later.